Recently, Gamey Stuff dropped a review of my video describing his own personal thoughts of low quality. Now, I sort of glossed over low quality in the female video, but I don't think I actually took the time and dedication to try to explain why I like or don't like a specific audio quality. And this video plans to do that in expanded form. As of now, there are 4 audio formats that I have been introduced to. They are 44.1 kHz, 22.1 kHz, 11 kHz, and unknown.caf compression. Let's start with the first one. 44.1 kHz. Out of all the audio files, this is the audio file that's the most recommended when it comes to Flash games. Not just Flash games, but mobile games, or iOS games, or any other games for that matter of fact, as this is the audio file that sounds the most real. There's a lot more personality to it than all the other qualities, and it is the original unaltered file. And it is absolutely recommended that this audio file is necessary when it comes to video games. It makes audio sound like this, almost as if the file was unaltered. Number 2, 22 kHz. Okay, now this is the first audio format that compresses the audio file. And this is the first audio format where I kind of feel like it starts to get a bit of a downgrade, but it's not something that I completely dislike. I guess you were to use it, you could use it to save space on browsers, but do it as a last minute resort. Do it only if the file's too big for your project. It's not really that bad, as most Flash Player games use this audio format to not make it sound as annoying as another quality we'll look at, but they still use it to save space. It only adds slight compression. Examples that use this format are the Red Ball 2 soundtracks, and this is what it sounds like. Number 3, 11 kHz. Dear Lord, this quality is awful. This is the audio quality that made me hate the audio. I just cannot believe that this type of quality exists. If you're thinking to compress audio formats in Adobe Flash Player to make them sound with that quality, think again, because it just makes the quality just so awful. There are only very, very rare instances when this type of quality is allowed. Like whenever I play the first Red Ball, the music has to sound like that because of nostalgia, but only if it's unaltered 11 kHz. The main problem I have with Adobe Flash Player is that not only is the file in 11 kHz, but Flash Player resamples the quality up to 44.1 kHz. But it unfortunately makes the quality more annoying and more low in quality. As if the low quality in Huje Tower wasn't bad enough to listen to already. You probably want to understand what I mean. Well, here's what it sounds like. See what I mean? The low quality compression makes the audio awful and annoying to listen to. I heard Gamey Stuff said that this type of audio and quality has a lot more personality, but I don't get it. This actually leads me to my second biggest problem with 11 kHz. There is no personality to the audio because it's barely listenable, but in a very annoying way. No wonder the Red Ball 1 speedrunners are so annoyed by the music. The compression makes it annoying as hell. But even with that said, even 11 kHz, unresampled or not, is still awful to listen to. Gamey Stuff, if you're watching this video, There's a lot more personality to 44.1 kHz. But there's actually one more audio type that I have not yet mentioned. Number 4, unknown.caf compression. Now, this is the audio quality that I have the least amount of information on. It's still awful, but not as awful as 11 kHz. I call it just bad. Just bad. Not awful, just bad. And this actually doesn't compress the audio format. This is exclusive to iOS games, since .caf files are only associated with Apple devices, and Flash Player doesn't support .caf files. This type of compression adds a sort of radio hiss to the audio, making it sound like this. I have no idea what caused the audio to sound like this, since the amount of kilohertz per second remained unaltered, and there is absolutely no way that I could be able to find any information on it, since the results that were given were too technical for me to understand. The closest I could actually get was by exporting the audio file to FLV first, changing its audio codec to ADPCM, changing the amount of kilohertz to 22, and changing the audio bit to 4 to 3, which causes the audio file to sound somewhat similar. Then after the file was exported in FLV, it was then converted back to .caf and then resampled to 44.8 kHz to make it sound like the audio was unaltered, when there was some audio altering that was taken within. Now, this is the low quality that Gamey Stuff was probably referring to, since most of his nostalgia with low quality comes from the Red Ball mobile ports, which had this .caf file compression. So to recap, audio files sound way better when they sound like this. Or this. Or this, but it's not recommended and I kinda don't like it. But more importantly, all of these audio files sound way better to listen to than whatever the heck this is. Now again, they are my opinions, and people have a right to disagree over me. Gamey Stuff told me what his opinions were, I told you what my opinions are, and I heard a lot of people are nostalgia for 11 kHz being resampled to 44.1 kHz, even though I think it is the most cesspool of all audio qualities. People really like it. I don't understand why. I mean, I certainly did when I was young, but now that I'm older, I like to move on to other stuff in mind. As much as Gamey Stuff likes to look at the past, I like to look at the present and the future and a little bit of the past, but not too far in the past, since most of the past was just embarrassing stuff that I don't want to talk about. But again, my opinions are my opinions. Your opinions are your opinions. You may have a different viewing to mine. Go ahead, type in the comments what are your thoughts on each audio file. But then again, at least Gamey Stuff has his fair share of unpopular opinions, and that's a good thing. People don't have the same opinions. It's interesting to look at what other people's sides of the opinions are. And to any high-quality haters or dislikers, why listen to audio files in a specific compressed format? High-quality audio is just the same audio file. It's just the same personality. It's the same audio format, but there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more experience. You get the same nostalgic experience, but there's a lot more to it that you never listened to. So maybe take the time to try to find high-quality versions of the audio of Flash games if you can find it, and then alter it with JPEXS, a Flash decompiling project. Because we all have to change, And by listening to audio formats in a way that's not really our comfort zone, that's taking another next step in change. Change is good for the most part. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.